EFT tapping, or emotional freedom technique, is an alternative treatment for physical pain and emotional distress. It's psychological acupressure, similar to acupuncture, but without needles. Acupressure being a traditional Chinese medicine technique based on the same ideas as acupuncture. Tapping the meridian points on your body can create a balance in your energy system and treat physical pain as well as anxiety. I myself have been tapping consistently for 3 years, and in today's video, I share my journey with EFT as well as some tips to help you get started. Hey Starshine, it's me Helena, and today we're going to talk all about EFT tapping, what it is, how it's used, simple ways that you can release limiting beliefs and old fears, and my story and personal experience with EFT tapping and how I've been using it to remove blocks and old stories that I don't want to have in my life anymore. The amazing thing about EFT tapping is that you cannot do it wrong. There is literally no way that you could mess it up because you're basically just talking to yourself while tapping out points. You're releasing emotion, acknowledging the past, and reprogramming new beliefs that you want to have going forward in your life. It's so simple, so easy, and it only takes like 5 minutes. And you could do it anywhere. You know, you could do it in the stairwell, you could do it when you're at a party and maybe you were triggered in a conversation and so you want to go into the other room and do 5 minutes of tapping to release that trigger, release that fear. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. You could do it in the bathroom stall at work. You could, do it at home. You could do it when you're walking your dog. Like, you could do it anywhere, and it only takes 5 minutes to do. So it's such a free, easy, and simple way to release and heal old limiting beliefs. So I thought I would share with you my own experience with EFT tapping and how I started it, what got me into it, and what my experience has been like these past few years. So it started when I watched this Netflix show called You. I started having nightmares to the point where I felt like someone was stalking me, to the point where I felt like I was always unsafe and that I was always in danger as a woman, and I was always feeling like someone was watching me. And this fear came because of the media I was consuming. It came because I was consuming negative media that's really, really, not positive in any way. Basically got to the point where I couldn't breathe. I was having severe panic attacks, couldn't walk down the street without thinking that someone was behind me, watching me. I always was fearing my surroundings and wondering if I was safe or not. And so one night I was in California, I was in San Diego visiting my mom, and I turned to a Facebook group, a spiritual, like new age kind of Facebook group that I was in from a class that I took years ago. I asked the people in the Facebook group, hey, I'm having this random phobia, this fear that has popped up from this show that I watched. How do I release this? How do I remove this fear in as quickly as possible? Because I'm basically having panic attacks from this. And I got all these comments from people saying, try EFT tapping, go onto YouTube, search EFT tapping, and find a topic that resonates with you for the topic that you're interested in and just tap it out for 5 to 10 minutes. And so I did that. I literally logged out of the Facebook group and I went to YouTube. I found a tapping session for feeling safe. I did that for like 10-15 minutes and it was gone. I cried it out. I released the emotion during the tapping session, and I have never felt that fear come up in my life ever again. That got me hooked. That got me into EFT tapping. And so I started experimenting with like other fears I have and other limiting beliefs and old stories from my childhood and things that I picked up on subconsciously from a young age that I had no idea that I had. And so I started writing a list of all the fears, writing a list of all the limiting beliefs, and I started tapping out those fears one by one, 5 to 10 minutes every day. So now I want to share with you some tips and tools that will help make EFT tapping super easy for you and just make it really fun. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper or a document on your computer or whatever, and I want you to write out every single limiting belief that you have, every old story, negative program that you have picked up on. After you've written a list of all your limiting beliefs, you're then gonna pick one of those beliefs on the paper and you're gonna go really deep on it. So then the next step is you're gonna get your journal and you're gonna free associate from there. You're gonna pick that one limiting belief and you're gonna write out the whole story. You're gonna go back in time and you're gonna revisit it and you're gonna write out everything that you can remember about that story, things that you're afraid of, things that it made you feel. Dump it all on the page, because all of that information is gonna be used as material for your tapping session. What resists persists. The more you ignore something, the more you push something aside and repress it and just choose not to look at it, the more that story is gonna keep coming back into your life over and over and over again to keep reaffirming the belief that you have about yourself and your life. So EFT tapping is so powerful because it is radical honesty. It is being so transparent with how you really feel and the negative, toxic BS that you're holding on to from the past. And it's saying, I choose to love and accept myself, and I am moving forward with a new belief. I am reprogramming this to believe something new about myself. In your EFT tapping session, one of the most important things that you want to say is, I love and accept and I forgive myself. I love and accept and I forgive myself. Even though I may be feeling this way, I can also forgive anyone else who has caused me pain to feel this way right now. I choose to love and accept and I forgive them too. That is so powerful, that forgiving of other people and forgiving yourself. There are gonna be some topics that you're gonna have to repeatedly tap out. You know, some of our deepest wounds are really deeply ingrained into our subconscious, and when you find yourself crying during your tapping session, when you find yourself yawning a ton, or you find yourself angry after your session, or you're just really, really tired, that is a sign that you should revisit the topic and tap it out a few more times until it's really lessened and you can be free of that limiting belief. All right, so how do we do this? I've given you some main points for the foundation of your EFT tapping practice, but now we need to go into like how to actually do this. So basically you're gonna start with the karate chop, which is basically taking 2 fingers and tapping on this fleshy part of your hand. This is where you tune into the problem. It's setting the stage for the main act of the play. First things first, you're gonna wanna get some water and you're gonna wanna hydrate. It's really important to stay hydrated when you're tapping. Drink some water before and drink some water after, because you are basically flushing out old energetic blockages. You're flushing out old limiting beliefs and stories that you want to get rid of. So it's really important to just drink up on that water and flush it out. Flush out that energy as much as possible. So I'm gonna drink some water. After finishing with the karate chop, you're then gonna move to the full tapping session. So here are the meridian points that you're gonna be tapping on. Top of the head, forehead, temples, right underneath the eyes, right underneath the nose, right underneath the chin, right on your chest. Oh, that one feels so good. This is like one of my favorites to do. Oh, it feels so good. Then you're gonna do right here, which is kind of like where your bra strap is. You're gonna tap there, and then you're gonna finish it off with the 2 wrists. That's it. And the points are the same. It's the same order every single time, and you're basically just gonna talk to yourself. Each sentence is gonna be a point. Each sentence, each thing that you're telling yourself is gonna be a point. I'm really afraid to make a change in my life. I'm really afraid that if I take this risk, I may fail, and I don't wanna fail. I'm really afraid that if I leap into the unknown and try this new project that's really different from what I've been doing, I may fall flat on my face, and I don't know if it's worth it. But even though I feel this resistance and I feel this fear of taking risks, I still love and accept and forgive myself. That's just an example of what I would do if I were tapping. That's kind of what it looks like, is you're basically just talking to yourself. And just to give you an example of what I do when I tap, I love walking around my house when I tap. In general, moving my body and walking while I'm tapping. I also like to lie down or sit down and close my eyes, because I find that closing my eyes and really focusing on the issue helps me remove the limiting, belief or story, and it really just gets that trapped emotion out faster. And it's really as simple as that. Like, that's EFT tapping. It's literally taking 5 minutes of your day, tapping on the same points over and over again, and telling yourself a new story. Telling yourself a new belief that you want to feel going forward in your life. It's so simple. It's so easy, and it's so free. It doesn't cost a dime to do EFT tapping at all. I do it all the time, and it makes me feel so good. And you know, even if you don't have a problem in your life, or maybe you don't have a limiting belief or a fear that you're working to get through, you can tap on the idea of, I'm gonna have a fabulous day today. Blessings are coming to me. Abundance flows to me easily. I have the most amazing partner. I'm so grateful for this life that I'm living. Wow, you know, like, you could talk about the good things, and you could talk about the wonderful things that will be coming to your life today, you know, like, it's honestly just reinforcing new beliefs that you want to keep having in your life, and tapping on the meridian points of your face it's powerful. It's powerful. So that's it. That's EFT tapping. If you would ever be interested in me filming a tapping session where I do like a 5 to 10 minute session, and I'll post it here on YouTube so you could do it with me. I am not an EFT, expert. I would say Gala Darling is more of the EFT tapping expert, but I will say that I've been using it in my life for a few years, and it has worked miracles in my belief of myself, and it's helped me release so many negative shit that it's just unblocked so much gunk in my life. I just wanted to share this little tutorial with you to inspire you to try. Give it 5 minutes. You don't have to commit to it, but just try tapping for 5 minutes and see what it does for you in your life. I'd be really curious to know how it helps you on your own life journey. If you've done EFT tapping before, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to connect with you and just hear your own journey with EFT tapping. And if it's something you want to try, just feel free to connect with me in the comments. I'm so excited to have this new YouTube channel. I'm so ready to connect with more spiritual people in my life. That is something I really would love, and I'm so ready to meet more spiritual kindred spirits, So feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Help me out with the algorithm and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to be updated of more videos as they come out, feel free to hit that notification bell so that you're updated when I post new videos, because this YouTube algorithm, man, YouTube stops showing you your favorite creator videos if you don't either actively watch all of their videos, or if you don't hit that notification bell, YouTube will just stop showing you them. There's so many creators that I love and I'm such a fan of, but maybe I stopped watching their videos for a month or something, and then YouTube will just stop recommending me their content. So I learned as a YouTube viewer that I need to hit that notification bell, because otherwise I will not see my favorite creators' new videos as they're posted. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I'm sending you all my light, all my love, and all my magic, and have a magical day, my friends. Bye.